What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Shosan, with a working camera. Fuck yeah.
That
America.
Makes two of us.
I know, it's crazy. However,
and not three of us.
Speaking of two, I only have, sadly, two awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts today. So, up first, I do want the Mr. Grabber guy to introduce himself. Or touch himself, or grab himself, whatever.
Oh my god.
Sure. I am Attention Grabber. I would just say that I stream, but I haven't in like a month. So
and he's grabbing your attention by the whatever.
Whatever.
I'm joined here with Freddie Merchantry.
Of course, you see the shirt. You see the shirt that I'm wearing, right?
It's mostly obscured, but yeah, I see it.
It's
this thing was totally worth the money.
So was this, man. I bought this after I won Conduit way back in the day.
Oh, nice.
I don't even know what to say. And then there's the guy with the probably overpriced t-shirt, Mr. Runkley.
Probably, but you know what? It was damn worth it.
That's good to know.
Freddie, you can sit on my flex tape.
Well, tonight we have
that is true. Squecka pointing out that we both wore this shirt the first time we met.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
The first and only so far.
Right.
We might be meeting up twice this year.
Uh-oh.
A little later.
If you guys weren't already both married, I would have called you guys soulmates.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and kick things off with my favorite half of the show. It's the first half. You guys know it. I love it. It's news. Okay.
So
all right. So we have some crazy, crazy stuff popping off this week. And I had to bring up what I thought was at least somewhat near and dear to my heart, drinking and esports. How does that go wrong, right?
I could think of a number of ways.
Well, let's discuss this. So, esports.
Hold on. You say drinking and esports, I immediately think of Dan.
Why would you think of Dan?
Because we go to the League of Legends segment and it's like, hey, Dan, what you drinking?
All he does is drink. Yeah, I don't blame him. All right, so esports fans at an event in Sydney staged a protest against security staff that had ejected patrons for doing a, quote, shoey.
The fuck is a shoey?
Now, a shoey, this is really bizarre. This is where you basically pour your drink into your shoe and then proceed to drink your drink. Like chug your drink.
Fuck?
Usually beer.
Wait, didn't something like this come up in the world political news not too long ago?
I believe it has, yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
This was kind of like a soccer thing, and then it's evolved. So a guy was
ejected. Dessert in a shoe. That's what it was. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, a guy was ejected a while back for apparently doing a shoey, right? Drinking out of his shoe. So at the Intel Extreme Masters, they had a big protest about it. So if you guys don't know, the Intel Extreme Masters is 16 teams of video game professionals going head-to-head in Counter-Strike Go and other competitive games. This year, there were bans put in place to stop fans in attendance from doing shoeys, the great Australian pastime of drinking beer from one's shoe. Now, this was made most famous by the Sporting World driver. He's an F1 driver, Daniel Ricciardo. So apparently, during the action on Saturday in the semifinals, the crowd got more and more vocal whenever a fan was ejected for doing a shoey. And it culminated in an epic protest in which every member of the crowd raised their shoe in the air as a salute to another removed shoey-loving patron.
I'm like kind of torn on this one.
That's awesome.
When I think of the word shoey, I can only imagine my mom throwing a slipper at me.
I'm sure that might be
as most Arab moms do.
And I'm thinking of two things here. One, yeah, I'm all for people having like all these rights for, you know, doing something that's harmless, like drinking beer out of shoe. But can we stop and think that they're banning these people from doing this maybe for their own good?
No.
Why would you drink out of
Why
a
would
shoe?
you not? That's the question. I mean,
I found that article I was talking about with the other shoe event that recently happened not too long ago. It was the Prime Minister of Israel had an event for the Japanese Prime Minister and served them dessert in a shoe, which is apparently a Japanese cultural no-no.
oh jeez, I'm pretty sure that's an American cultural no-no.
I think that's like a what's the word I'm looking for? A hygienetic no.
Right. Now, in chat, Coles did point out that he drinks from shoes all the time. But then again, I'm sure he does a lot of things out of shoes all the time. So
just so I'm not misunderstanding this, you pour your drink into your shoe.
Into your shoe.
Drink it.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Like the shoes that you were just wearing.
Yep.
That your gross, smelly feet have been sitting in all day.
Exactly my point.
But
that's awesome.
Where is maybe it's because I don't drink, but what
you
is
people
this?
don't play drinking games. That's all it is.
Tic Tac Foe asks, "What if you're wearing sandals?" Oh, well, then obviously you're not a drinker,
and it makes things a little more challenging, I suppose.
That's the shoey challenge mode.
You're not getting drunk that night.
Yeah. So it's almost a waste. All right, moving on with some more sort of esports type stuff. Let's talk about Fortnite doing an interesting mashup.
Wow, we never talked about Fortnite.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's doing this non-popular game that no one plays.
They're doing a very interesting mashup right now with the Avengers. So what's going on is there's several Avengers artifacts that are being put into the game, which players can then collect and play. The battle began on May 8th. And so far, to everything that I can find on this is a huge success for them.
No,
I mean, considering how big Fortnite is, it's not really surprising that it was a success.
My only
what's surprising is more than half of everyone dies.
I know, right? Go figure.
I think my bird just flew out of his cage.
My only thing about this is it does seem like kind of a ham-fisted attempt to get more players. Like, you're not already one of the most popular games.
I think this is actually really cool to get this kind of partnership with something that's as hot as the Avengers, because the Infinity War is like, this is becoming one of the biggest films of all time.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I support the Avengers. I will support Fortnite, but putting the two together just seems kind of forced. It's like, let's take the two most popular things.
It's 100% forced.
Yeah, I don't know.
What makes it great?
Does it though?
I think
here's a fun little thing.
Yeah, I don't play Fortnite, so I wouldn't know anything about it.
Since we mentioned Avengers being a big movie, I just want to throw this out there. Avengers in its opening weekend made more than Justice League made in its entire run.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That's
pretty impressive.
It is.
That's pretty impressive.
Since Justice League was complete and utter garbage.
Right?
It was so bad.
Now, Mr. Ron Clay.
Yes.
Word is that there's something going on in a particular arena nearby.
Not just any arena. This is Oakland's Oracle Arena where the Golden State Warriors play. Which, by the way, did you know that the Golden State Warriors own an NALCS team?
I did not.
The Golden Knights are the Golden State Warriors team.
I had no idea. That's crazy.
And some people think this might play a hand into this news that the NALCS 2018 League of Legends Finals is going to happen at Oracle Arena. Normally, it happens at like had it happen at like PAX West before.
Yeah, excuse me. I was drinking when you said that.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if I could hold that. So they're doing this at a basketball arena?
Yeah, a huge arena seats.
Holy crap!
5 digits worth of people. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Shit. 5 digits. Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Let's see where that goes. Mm-hmm. Moving on. I have an interesting little bit going on here from EA, since we're talking about some of this crazy shit still.
Hold on. Let me prepare myself. Okay, go ahead.
Ready?
Go ahead. I'm ready. We're talking about EA, and it's got to be...
EA is going to keep putting loot boxes in its games.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Did they not just get the
I know, right?
most downvoted comment in Reddit history by a long
The
shot?
most downvoted comment, the worst company in America, the worst company to work for in America.
Right.
I mean, these guys have a number of marks against them, and somehow they
made
somehow turn a profit. I don't know how.
and keeps like digging themselves deeper. So
Oh my God.
Yep.
the article here from Engadget says EA will push forward with loot boxes in its future video games, despite admitting that, quote, all loot boxes are gambling, end quote. Wow.
So they're also admitting that loot boxes are gambling. This won't last long.
Yeah, I don't even need to continue the article. Like, you guys know where this goes. Yeah, that's just pure insanity. But anyway, moving
Swagga
on.
points out, except in Belgium.
Yeah, except in
With
Belgium.
an asterisk. I love that.
Right. Now, real quick, doing the whole Battle Royale type games, Paladins officially releases here next week and
It's not really a
will
battle royale.
still
game.
be free to play.
That's
It's kind of a battle
more-
royale.
That's more Overwatch-ish. What's the other game in that genre?
I don't know.
Valve game. I can't think of it. The one with the flamethrower.
I don't know.
Team Fortress. Thank you.
Oh, Team Fortress. Yeah, that's a great game.
How
All right.
bad is it that us three panelists couldn't figure it out? Oh my
Right,
gosh,
we
she
don't
doesn't
even know
play
Team
the game.
Fortress.
That video is awesome.
That video is awesome. You're right.
Is she talking about the?
She's talking about the
bath?
Overwatch crossover.
Oh,
the
she
Overwatch-
wasn't talking about the bath with Tracer and.
Oh, she's talking about the Pyro one.
mechanic.
I'm sorry. She's talking about the Pyro video.
Oh,
The-
I was
the-
hoping.
the video that announced that introduced the Pyro in Team Fortress 2.
Oh, that one.
And
Was
it is hilarious.
I was hoping she was talking about the Tracer in the bath and not that video.
Not that video.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos with Tracer in a bath.
No, she wasn't in the bath.
That's a different video. Well, let's move on.
Yeah, she was propositioning. Anyway, all right. So yeah, Paladins is coming out here very shortly. Keep your eyes out. Okay, so holy crap, I'm trying to organize my notes here. Let's talk Dota 2,
Oh man, Dota 2 is just getting silly.
isn't it though? So Rum, what's going on here?
Well, first, apparently Valve has been teasing that they're going to be releasing information about the Dota Compendium, which is their big esports event. And people were getting impatient. So the internet did what the internet does and memed fucking hard. So somebody posts to Reddit or a picture of a bunch of penguins, and he says for every hour that Valve does not release information about the penguins, one of the penguins dies.
What?
Oh
No.
my god.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
He kidnapped some penguins, and this got out of control.
You don't.
It just
As
got
usual.
out of control, and people started posting like completely ridiculous memes, and apparently that was enough to get Valve to actually release the information.
Nice, nice. Good for them.
Amazing.
It's just absolutely silly. I mean, you can check the subreddit for Dota 2. It is freaking hilarious. So yeah, but they actually did announce some more information. They're moving the international to Canada. They're having a new subscription service called Dota Plus to replace their seasonal battle passes. And the penguins are mostly safe and sound.
Oh, well, hey, at least there's that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's kick one off that Penth and I have been following very, very
Oh,
closely.
can we do one more Dota 2 news?
Oh, yeah. Shit. I
Because
forgot.
there is more Dota 2 news.
Sadly.
And it
Yeah,
of
my-
course,
My news
probably
is way out of whack.
equally as silly. And this is called the Dota 2 Underhollow. It's
Under
a
what?
new Underhollow, the Underhollow. And it's a new game mode in Dota 2. That's a battle royale.
Go figure.
Their twist on it is that this is a quest for cheese.
Quest for
God,
cheese.
why?
A quest for cheese. Basically, you have to navigate some caves to earn XP and gold that you need to destroy your opponents. But the labyrinth you're in appears to be unstable, and there are cave-ins along the way, limiting the field of play, of course.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a battle royale, but there are so many similarities it might as well be one.
Yeah.
No announcement of availability date yet, but it sounds like it's going to be good.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay. So, as many of you guys probably know by now, if you follow us at all, we are huge, huge Myst fans, right? Love the game, love the series, brilliant. Well, Cyan Worlds recently announced on Kickstarter that they are doing a 25th anniversary collection, to which both Penth and I immediately jumped on board. I mean,
And apparently enough people to get it funded in 8 hours.
8 hours. Right. Well, right now, to date, they are at $1,712,314. On top of it, they have just passed on May 9th the 10,000 backers line.
They're almost at 11,000.
Yeah. So
10.9.
not only that, they have also now upgraded all of their
all their
backers prizes, right?
Nice.
So now they're giving away with certain tiers, all 3 books digital of the Myst novels, a copy, high resolution scan of the original designs for Riven, the soundtrack to Uru, which wasn't that good of a game in my opinion. And then there's the big kicker, and Ron, you're going to love this.
I bet my wife's going to love this.
Mr. Russell Brower,
Russell
3-time Emmy-winning Blizzard and Disney composer, has agreed to produce 5 original pieces inspired by the Myst series. And these are given away to every backer if they can reach the double writer's goal.
Amazing.
So yes, that hands down, that alone would have made me back this project. But I went in for the $250 version simply because I get some more really cool shit out of it. So I'm in hands down. Plus 8 hours. I mean, that's amazing. I don't think that's a record, but that's really cool.
Really cool. Me and my wife actually went to Warcraft music, which was kind of fun.
Oh, I imagine that would be amazing. Yeah, I love Russell Brower's music. He has a way about him. There's feeling, and yeah, really.
And
good.
He's an absolutely fantastic guy too. I mean, we've seen a number of events that he's been at, and he's very approachable and loves to talk about what he does.
And that's awesome. That's really, really cool. Okay. So, Ron, here's a question.
Oh boy.
Actually, no. Attention grabber. Here's a question for you. Should we talk portable news or should we talk MMO news?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good,
okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Portable
good answer.
news it is. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch. Like we don't talk about it enough.
Like
so
we don't talk about Fortnite. We
The
talk
Nintendo
about
Switch. What's
We
there
talk
to talk
about Fortnite.
about?
What's that?
we don't talk
Anyway,
about Fortnite around here.
Yeah, right.
What is
Okay.
Fortnite? I don't know.
So about the Switch, it seems that the Switch is currently under, I guess you could say, somewhat litigation involving patent infringement. So what's going on here? I know, right? How Nintendo patent infringement? No way.
Yep.
So what's going on here is Nintendo is basically being sued because of their Snap-on controllers apparently violates a previous patent held by a different company. I'm trying to find it here. Game Vice.
Probably a fucking patent troll.
Who basically Game Vice created a tablet type system where you plug your tablet into these controllers and then you could play mobile games on there. It worked off an Android system. They are said that the products at the issue in the investigation are controller systems with parts that attach to two sides of an electronic device, such as a smartphone or tablet. And the parts fit into a user's hand and have gaming controls, states this lawsuit.
However, apparently they have something called the WikiPad, which I've never heard of.
And it bombed really badly. If you look it up, several reviews, they said it's not worth the price and it's an absolute piece of trash. But nonetheless,
since they came up with the idea,
but it looks like
now they're trying to get.
But it looks like Nintendo's getting away from this because the original WikiPad didn't have any of the accelerometers or motion sensing. It didn't have the vibration capabilities and some of the other technology that Nintendo has put into their Joy-Cons.
But it sounds like their point of interest is the Joy-Cons.
Is more just the connectivity.
Yeah.
Right. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. If this happens, potentially, highly unlikely, Nintendo would not be allowed to continue to sell in the US.
That'd be disastrous.
Yeah, that's absolute worst case scenario. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it will be interesting to follow this story.
Good thing I live in Canada.
I know, right? Go Canadians.
Blame Canada.
I'll just buy a whole bunch, bring them into the States. Nintendo's not selling it. I'm selling my used consoles.
I'm selling a used Switch. All right.
What are you doing with this?
That's a pretty profitable business right there.
Oh, yeah, it is. Let's move on to some more.
Attention Grabber's going to make so much money, he's not even going to need to be on the show anymore.
Yeah, he will. He will, because he'll get bored. So let's talk about some more mobile news, and I am very excited for this one. Everybody knows and loves Steam, especially those of us who are part of the PC Gaming Master Race. Well, Steam, it seems, wants to take things one step further and have announced an app for the iOS and Android that will play your Steam games over the cloud.
That's crazy. I mean,
let me say that
it's
again.
It's not just over the cloud. It's through your computer.
Right. So you have Far Cry. You want to play it on your phone? Go for it.
It basically turns your phone into a Steam Link. Is what
it's crazy. Like
I think it's stupid.
This is literally, and I don't use this term lightly, a game changer. This if this works, will change everything. This is huge to me.
Rely on you having really good internet in the first place to stream it from your phone.
Something like this would be. This isn't something that you go out to dinner and play on your phone. This is something you go to lay down on your couch and play Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably going to be a
FTL,
Wi-Fi only.
Or stuff like that.
Right. So, obviously, right now, there's not a lot of news about it. However, we are expecting more news throughout E3. And I
also want to point out
there are going to be demos. So
something that you glossed over, I think, is pretty important, is that the feature is going to be compatible with existing Steam controllers, but also MFI controllers as well. So if you already own an MFI, you're good to go.
Yeah, I didn't read that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So yeah, then it is definitely Wi-Fi Ethernet only.
Yeah,
the same network.
But that's really, really cool. So anyway, let's move on to some semi-portability. SNK has announced the Neo Geo Mini. Ron, what's going on here?
So you know how you went to the arcades back in the day, and the SNK had these Neo Geo machines up. They played like 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
So this is their 40th anniversary edition. That's apparently going to play it's basically their take on the Nintendo Classic.
But it's really pretty cool.
But
I mean, like you said,
like
I miss the arcade days.
Yeah, it looks like a little arcade. Arcade's got a little stick and buttons and kind of got the little arcade overhang and stuff like that. They have not announced what they haven't announced anything else other than this is going to be a thing. So no release date, no list of titles, no pricing. But Neo Geo's has come out with some great games. They're known for a lot of fighting games. I believe Puzzle Bobble was on there.
Yep.
No, Bust-a-Move. Bust-a-Move was their game.
Yep.
And that kind of launched that genre of games.
And if you look at the bezel that they put on their picture, it does show Metal Slug, which I love that game. I can't tell you the quarters I put in a Metal Slug.
Yep, Metal Slug. What's that last one? Fighters 97.
King of Fighters.
These will go. King of Fighters 97.
Yes.
A lot of classic Neo Geo games coming on this.
Yeah, it should be really pretty cool. Looking forward to it. While we were talking about Nintendo, and I completely glossed over this, we do have a little bit of news on the Nintendo Switch Online system. So what we know so far is this is going to be your online multiplayer games sort of thing. Picture your Xbox Gold or whatever. But will I still be able to play my games online for free? Well, Nintendo says that you'll have to check out their website and see which games offer online subscription or will be free to play. However, they are now doing the full voice support instead of only specific systems or apps. The app itself for iOS and Android is getting a huge upgrade in usability and what it's going to do. As right now, it pretty much only works for Splatoon 2. And then, of course, they're also talking about the release with the online service, the NES games.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, should be really, really cool. Which NES games are available to play, you might ask? Well, right now there's going to be 20 NES games for subscribers once the service is live. Right now only 10 are known, which is Ice Climbers, The Legend of Zelda, Balloon Fight, Soccer, Tennis, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, Dr. Mario, Mario Brothers 3, and Donkey Kong.
Yep, some pretty good games in there. And from what I understand, Dr. Mario, you're going to be able to play that online with someone.
Yes, which should be really cool. Now, we are looking at 1 month subscription fee for $3.99 or for 3 months at $7.99. So definitely affordable.
$20 for 12 months.
Yep.
Very affordable. Very affordable.
Very cool. And that's more information than we've had thus far. So good that we're at least getting some of this stuff out.
Yep, going on
now, let's talk a bit about World of Warcraft. I can't even with this, Ron. I need your help with this article.
So you remember back several years, I mean, this was before 2010 that this happened. There was a gamer that was upset at someone else, and their way of getting back at them was shutting down Battle.net.
Sadly, I still remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was it's issues that have been happening over the years. Well, somebody just got wrecked. This
rightfully,
yes. He knocked thousands of players offline. I'm sorry, it was 2010, and it apparently cost Blizzard $30,000 in recovery expenses. And this gentleman named, what is it, Mateus? A Romanian man named Kellen Mateus, and he is going to jail for a year.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he paid back that $30,000 too.
Yep. And fuck that guy for causing hell in my life.
No kidding. It's just like an annoying thing. You just want to play a game, and we've had Veg on here raging about this before. I'm not going to do it.
I think a year is absolutely justified, though. I mean, you caused a company damage, physical as well as virtual, but still damage nonetheless. Yeah, it's absolutely worthwhile. I think that's the proper approach.
Yep. Get wrecked.
Yeah, stay the fuck off of Steam. Probably for life.
Yep.
All right. Now, I have an interesting piece of fake news apparently going on here.
Fake news.
But sadly, I will admit my shortfalls today. I did not read this article.
Uh-oh. I have no idea
So-
what you're talking about.
The Steam Rails to Riches.
Oh, this is. Oh, well, this isn't fake news. This is fake reviews.
Oh,
There's a
wow.
difference, sir. And we've talked about developers that have done this before. This one's a Polish studio called Akram Digital, releasing games called Steam, Rails to Riches, and 8 Minute Empire. Their content's gone. Valve kicks them out, and they caught them posting fake reviews of their own games. The response says, "You are right. I'm guilty," among other things.
Awesome.
But yeah.
At least they admitted it.
The article concludes saying, quote, "It's not every day that Steam gets kicked off of Steam."
Right. Well, at least they have a good sense of humor. I can't help but laugh at that. And speaking of laughable, I have some Destiny news once again.
Destiny is laughable.
Exactly. So, Destiny, in what I'm assuming is a desperate attempt to keep people playing, decided they were going to do some real life games and decided to put a puzzle that leads players to actual treasure in New York City. How crazy is this? So,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Basically, there was a secret message in the game that had latitude, longitude coordinates, and they found something at the coordinates. It is a treasure cache containing gold coins and a spear based on Warmind's Valkyrie.
Which,
So,
unfortunately, I don't play the
interesting.
game. I don't know what that means, but
I don't either, but it sounds like an interesting real world ARG.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's
you
cool
said
that
it.
they're
You said
doing
it at
it.
the beginning. It sounds like desperation, trying to drum up some positive news about Destiny.
it really does. I
Yeah.
mean, good on them for trying, but you know, we'll move on. Now,
I mean, speaking of ARGs,
yeah.
this one's kind of more up your alley.
Uh-oh.
This next article.
Which one?
The
I don't know.
one-
My news is all sorts of out of whack.
all sorts of well, apparently Matthew Mercer, who's well known in the Dungeons and Dragons world, posted that he received a letter, and the letter contained an image and an actual key that doubles as a USB device.
Indeed.
That has
Ooh.
the image on the USB device, and the key looks pretty cool. I mean,
The key does look cool.
but basically, this is part of an ARG. We don't know what it's for yet. You can check out on Twitter #NoStoneUnturned and follow along with that. So,
With a very
ongoing
high-res
ARG.
picture of the letter he received. So
Mhm.
if you're at all curious, go read that.
Yep, there's Reddit posts on it. There's a lot of interesting things going on with it.
He also wasn't the only one to get a similar letter.
There's a
Matt
lot of people
Koval
getting it.
and Ivan Van Norman also got some similar letters.
Mhm.
So far, the current thought is that it's like hinting at a new adventure package or something.
But still, that's pretty cool, though, to actually receive something
it is pretty cool.
like that out of the blue, you know?
ARGs
For Matt
can be
Mercer,
fun.
not so surprising. He's pretty well tied with Wizards of the Coast, anyways.
Mhm.
His show Critical Role recently has been they've been sponsored for, I think, this entire new campaign they're doing. They're going to be sponsored by D&D Beyond, their new website.
Oh, very cool.
Rurutu's asking, are they USB devices that contain Trojans to steal your Bitcoin wallets?
Probably, more than likely. I mean, if you
Yes.
want to get rich quick, that's how you do it.
I, a person with no otherwise information, agree and say yes, that is fact. Nothing can convince me otherwise. It is now fact.
Well said. Well said. All right, now let's talk about. Well, we'll continue talking about weird shit. Slightly off topic. Google now says that their controversial AI voice calling system will identify itself to humans. What?
So this makes it less
Wait,
creepy
what?
now?
It's completely creepy.
Yes.
However, Following widespread outcry over the ethical dilemmas raised by Google's new duplex system, which lets AI mimic a human voice to make appointments, Google has clarified in a statement that the experimental system will have disclosure built in. That seems to mean that whatever eventual shape duplex takes as a consumer product will involve some type of verbal announcement to the person on the other line that he or she is in fact an AI.
Nope, don't do that. No, don't, no.
I
Google, no.
yeah.
Stop.
I mean, there's good AI and then there's bad AI. I had a recent case of bad AI.
This is just
What's
the start,
that?
though.
I had an email personally sent to me by a Jen Miller from New Zealand, and it says, "Dear editor, my name is Jen, and I'm the editor at Jen Reviews. I was doing some research on steak.
I like where this is going.
And just finished reading your wonderful blog post." And links to the blog post. It's actually not a blog post. It is a category on my blog. It's not an actual post. And it's the subject of the category is blackjack. I'm like,
Jesus.
you know, if AI's going to take over the world, it ain't coming from New Zealand.
AI fail. Really bad.
I still think this is a really bad idea for Google to start like, hey, we can replicate your voice now.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not replicating your voice. It's in their voice. But the point is they have now come up with a human-sounding AI that they're using to talk to other humans.
It is interactable. Like
that is interactable. Yeah, very creepy.
See, I'm very split on this topic because on one hand, I love how far technology is going. Imagine having a conversation with someone and then you realize, oh shit, I was talking to a robot.
Well, and that's
cool as that.
And this isn't AI taking over. This is the potential is now out there for individuals to take advantage of this kind of technology for their own gain.
Right.
That's what this screams to me.
And part of the reason why we brought this up to begin with was, you know, if Google's able to do this, once this is released, imagine what kind of really cool games we could have, with an interactable AI. It would be a lot of fun to be able to play those sort of games where you can have an actual adventure game where the story literally changes depending on what you say or do.
I don't disagree. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if it was actually what you yourself say into a microphone and the AI responds with like what a person would actually respond with?
I mean, VR is getting there. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes that way. You know,
we're getting there. We're getting to all those different animes about being trapped in a video game and the NPCs can talk back to you. We're getting there.
When will Google AI host Jeopardy and IBM Watson answer questions?
That would be awesome. Holy crap. Only if alongside of Watson we still have Sean Connery.
Jesus Christ.
That's all I want.
I'll take S words for 200.
Yeah. Your mother was a whore. And I don't remember the rest. Anyway, all right. That's about all the news I have, unless anybody else has anything final they want to interject.
We have esports.
I don't know if it's really news.
Yeah, so Ron, what's going on with esports?
Let's hold on. We have Attention Grabber. What you got?
Did I miss one?
No, it's not really. I don't know if it's really newsworthy, but
then
connect my Xbox One controller to my phone and was controlling it with my controller. The Bluetooth controller, Xbox One controller, and I have an Android phone. So it makes sense, but I was thinking, man, I can own some people in mobile PUBG now.
Jeez.
Everyone else is going to be using the crappy touch controllers. I'm using an actual Xbox controller.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to get all those chicken dinners.
Winner. Yep. Okay.
That's
so yeah, the mid-season invitational going on with League of Legends.
Yep.
By the way, Dan, take a drink.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of drinks, Ron, I am having a fantastic 2015 Merlot during this LCS interlude.
Yes. So basically, there's several stages to the mid-season invitational, and if you ask me, 2 of them just got completely invalidated. There is a play-in group stage where 8 teams were fighting for two spots. Gambit Esports, which is a longtime team, won their group, and BAU Supermassive Esports won their group, and they went on to the next stage, which is the knockouts against EVOS Esports and Flash Wolves, and immediately got dumped. Like, you just completely invalidated the play-in groups, and now the play-in knockouts don't matter. These guys are going anyway.
That's awesome.
It's just kind of weird. The MSI is they're trying to make MSI to be like this really big tournament. I have no idea why they're doing it this way. It seems a little odd the way they're doing it.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all.
Maybe with the results of this, they'll change it. But anyway, that does mean we're on to the group stage, and the Flash Wolves are currently beating up everyone. They are 4-0 right now to top the standings. NA is 0-4. Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Not
Go figure.
left their end of the bargain. Europe
says
third.
Says Cole's in chat. NA is the best league in League of Legends ever.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Right.
Moving on to the Overwatch League. They just had their stage 3 finals. First time they've been doing it with 4 teams, and
LA for the win.
How about no?
Wait.
Both of the LA teams got knocked out in the semis.
I know.
Goodbye,
God.
LA. And then New York pretty much dominated Boston in the finals, 3-0 with 1 draw.
However,
it's pretty entertaining.
Boston's been making a killing lately. I got to give them a lot of credit.
First loss this season.
Yeah, they
won
are
every other
doing
series.
amazing.
Or the stage rather, not season. But one of the funny parts was there was one guy that was playing Winston, and he'd come up against the other team Zenyatta, and 3 times on different maps he knocks him off the edge. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
it was not a good day to be Zenyatta.
It was funny though.
But you know what time it is?
What time is it, Ron?
Boom! It's a playlist.
Boom! It's a playlist. You completely cut me off. God damn it! Attention grabber. What are you playing?
Well, I played a little bit of D&D today, and by played a little bit, I mean ran a little bit because I'm the DM.
Well, you should probably take it easy and walk a little bit.
Well,
hold on.
Do I deserve this?
Show?
Do I deserve this?
Show?
What?
Talk to the hands.
I don't deserve that.
yes,
That was a good one. Come on.
No,
Chat, help me out. That was a good one.
Show, stop. Stop, please. Just stop.
All right. D&D.
Thank you, dear.
So, ran some D&D today. Nothing too eventful happened. I introduced an NPC. Of course, I say nothing too eventful, but the NPC was a dragon. A very large dragon. I do plan on playing some D&D on Monday after work. That'll be fun. I missed 1 session, and all of a sudden I have magical piss. So that's fun.
Wait. I gotta
hold on. Show. Do we really want to know?
No, you're right. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. I played some Heroes of Hammerwatch. I think that's the name of the game with Squigga today before the podcast. I haven't really played very much of anything lately. I played some Necrodancer. Had a couple of almost really good runs, but
God, Necrodancer. Oh no.
I pretty much exclusively play Melody because I can't play as anything else. It took me like 3 years of owning the game to finally clear Cadence All Zones mode. Shoot, what was the better run that I had? I had yet another Miner's Cap good shovel run where I got to zone 5 with like 3 minutes left before my PB. I think it was at like 6 or so minutes at zone 5. And so I died and got really sad, as is usual.
Yeah.
Besides that, geez, what have I played? Let me check real quick. Library recent. I played some Civilization 5. Forgot about that.
Just one more turn.
Just
one
one
more
turn.
turn.
Of course, I was playing a modded civilization that was really grossly overpowered.
Well, there you go.
But, you know, I didn't want to sit there for 30 years. I just wanted to go through a quick game where I was the best and win. Yeah.
Nice.
Other than that, I don't think I've played anything. I've watched a bunch of anime and Critical Role, but that's not really games. So, yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. Well, for mine, really quick, because I haven't really been playing anything thanks to work taking up literally all of my free time. Really, all I've gotten down to is Elite Dangerous. Yes, the space sim continues. I have continued to get my ass kicked by aliens, and that is all. Actually, no, I take that back. I did go back and I played a particular game which I was sadly informed that Mr. Runkley had never, ever played before.
Yeah, I talked about this last week.
I was so appalled. I had to go back and play it myself.
Which game? I wasn't here last week.
Good old Deus Ex. The original.
Oh, the original. I haven't played it either. But
So, Ron, sadly, I wasn't
Did
here.
you hear that, show?
What was your take? No, I'm not buying him a copy.
Yeah, okay. I haven't
No,
played it. I'm actually saving that for a 24-hour stream.
Okay, perfect. All right. Deal. Ron, what have you been playing?
Arya is a baziz.
Oh, God.
She is a bitch. She deserves death. And I don't like her. I
This
don't
is
like
in
her.
your
by
like top
mutual-
10 games.
This is
And
my
I
top
was
10
told by
games
a
ever.
mutual acquaintance of ours to watch your language.
Arya is a bitch. Fuck what
I'm sure
Nick says.
Just sounds of Nick having a conniption in the background.
Nick, sorry, not sorry. So yesterday was the Crypt of the Necrodancers online racing league Bingo Door 2, where they give you a bingo card and you have to and the qualifiers, you had to fill in as many squares as possible while trying to get bingos. In the finals, it was the first person to get a bingo. That dominated the qualifiers. I was on my game yesterday for most of the day. And like the first round, I covered like, I don't know, it was like 14 squares or something like that and got the first bingo. It was much better than last time where I got knocked out because I couldn't find a damn shrine of sacrifice. Fuck that shrine. But it would turn out to be another shrine that would fuck me over this time.
Of course.
of course.
So in the finals, I had a row that I thought was particularly easy, where like I got like 2 of them done like pretty quick, and I had 3 to go, and one of them was one that I knew I could hammer out in like 5 minutes, which was to get 24 diamonds in single zones mode. And I had just done that, in fact, in a previous on a previous card, so I know I could do it. It's really easy. I'll do it at the end, is what was my thinking. The other one was to take a trapdoor as Arya and survive, which is
Right.
like, you know, that's not hard. I can do that. And the final one was finish a run with the Shrine of War activated. Now, if you don't know what the Shrine of War is in Crypt of the Necrodancer, basically when you trigger it, I believe you get a, what is it? You get a, I don't even know what all you get with it. I just know that the main effect, you get you get a weapon and the monocle. And well, you normally get a weapon. We'll get to that in a second. You weapon, a monocle, and all of the enemies for the rest of the game are the hardest variant of that type of enemy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Now, I tried on Bard. I did a full run on Bard. I checked every floor. I checked the Shriner. The Shriner didn't have it. I got a run with no Shrine of War. I'm like, okay, fine. So what I'll do is I'll just reset until I get the Shrine of War and a Shriner. And I think I had 5 or 6 Shriners. None of them had it. I'm like, okay, I need to take a break because I'm not going to lose this on just resetting. So I switched over to do the Arya Trapdoor. And I'm doing the Arya run. And on the second level, I find a Shriner with the Shrine of War.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Arya is the character that has half a heart, can only ever have a dagger. So the Shrine of War weapon didn't proc for me because she can only have a dagger. And she dies if you miss a beat.
Awesome. You did the whole run.
I popped the shrine. I popped the shrine.
Oh my god!
I found the trap door in zone 2. Took the trap door. It was easy. I had pulse. Pulse clears trap doors in one shot, so that wasn't a problem. So I got that. I got that square. So I'm 3 out of 5. I'm okay, going good. And I get to the final fight, which is the golden loot, and I'm doing the golden loot, and I learned firsthand that with the Shrine of War, the golden loot spawns 2 blue dragons.
Oh god!
Nice. GG.
2 blue dragons.
GG.
I think he had 1 hit left when
Oh
I
no!
died.
Oh, Ron.
The Elad just goes nuts. The guy that runs the tournament, Elad Difficult, he just melted down. It's like I apologized to him after. I don't know what I did to you, but I'm sorry. It turns out it didn't matter because I still had that 1 square left where I needed to get all the diamonds, and literally seconds after I died, 2 people finished it.
Of course.
Like the two people to finish the card did so within like 10 seconds of each other, and that was 10 seconds after I died. So it was like just bing bang boom, and it's over. It was a lot of fun though. There's Condor puts on some good events. Unfortunately, I'm burnt out on like regular racing. Like when I did the tempo tournament not too long ago, I was like, I'm done with racing. This is done.
Yeah.
This is it. I'll join the fun events, and Bingo Door is fucking awesome. I felt really good coming away from that. And I'm looking forward to Puzz Door next month.
Well, that's really all that matters.
Yep.
You know, as long as you had fun.
Yep. As far as games I've been playing a whole bunch of 6 Degrees of Freedom because the Overload multiplayer beta is in full swing. Yep. So it's not public yet. Can't really talk about it, but all the $90 and higher backers from the Kickstarter now have access to the beta. And I have yet to check out the latest builds, but we'll see how good that's come along. Sublevel 0, of course, been playing that. I set the bar for the classic any % run, which is the medium difficulty. I didn't think I was playing too well. I think it was something like 28 minutes, which is higher than what the world record was prior to this expansion.
Right.
I can probably bring it down, but I probably won't pick it up again unless it gets challenged by someone. So we'll see. I'm just gonna be focusing on the normal any %, that's what I'll be running at GDQ anyway.
You set the bar?
Huh? I set the bar. Yeah, no one's run classic any % as.
I see.
So
yeah, until now,
Ron, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are the chances that you might set up a developers conference while you run the game?
0.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Have you tried?
Not interested.
Oh, you couldn't do it.
Yeah. So, you're talking with you mean with the guys from
the developers? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant because they're actually doing a mini speed running.
No, I mean
conference. You mean having like the guys from Manchester on the phone and
talk to them while you play.
I don't know. We'll see. Well, I haven't.
You should reach out.
Yeah, I haven't approached them with that idea yet, but
that'd be pretty cool.
So
I think it'd be fun.
Yep. And then finally, continuing my quest to 100% Creeper World 3 Arc Eternal, I got a new achievement this past week because I was bored. The achievement was to improve a time on a torment level, which is the hardest area of the game. And so basically what I did is I found a world that looked pretty easy, got myself into a defendable position, put the game on 4x speed, and let it sit for an hour.
Jeez.
And then I won and came back and beat it in 15 minutes and got the achievement. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. So still going on. I think I'm at 43 or 4 out of 50 for the to complete the torment. And then after that, it's just a grind fest. With a couple other things, and it's not even that grindy because all I got to do is make custom maps and then just win the custom maps. So the custom map will have one spawner that emits as little creeper as possible, so that I can just place down all of the structures that I need to meet the grindy achievements.
Right.
It's pretty lame.
Yeah. Wow.
But
at least you'll have them eventually.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, that's just as I do it too. I mean, like pretty much the only time I play this game is if I have a is if I'm like really bored and don't want to do anything else, or I'm on a conference call at work when I'm working from home.
Yeah, well, there's that
Because
too.
because that game is so easy to just put down and resume some other time.
Yeah,
It really is. So I
That's
mean, it's mostly a mindless game for me.
I am jealous that you even have that option. I
Mhm.
gotta say.
Yeah,
But-
it's pretty awesome. I mean, there's times I work from home twice in a week, and a lot of people do at there as well. So
Oh, I'm sure.
it's pretty cool. And I think that's it for what I've been playing.
Fantastic.
I've been messing with the bot, and apparently the bot crashed overnight. So that was awesome.
Dude, the bot's been really funny.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I've because I'm running out of my home machine. It won't start up when my machine starts up because I'm still adding some stuff to it. But hopefully by the end of next week, it will be back on the server.
There you go. All right. So that means we get to move on to my favorite half of the show, right?
Which half is this?
This is the third half, the best
The
half.
third half.
That's right.
Okay.
You heard me. Look, Oklahoma public education, okay? We math good.
You word good too.
Yes. So, all right, you guys, let's move on to my favorite half of the show. God, I'm excited about this. It's the Six Gaming Roundtable.
And none of us have a round table.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
This
wait,
would
you
be
do?
like a try.
Yes, we do.
Wait, when did
We
you get a
do.
round table?
Brought to you by the one guy who couldn't be bothered to show up today,
What?
Mr. Pentherian. So,
Does he have? Wait.
in Pentherian's place, I want
No. I was talking about a physical, actual round table.
it's an ethereal round table.
It's a terrible table.
It's
This table would be
Anyway.
triangular.
Six table.
All right.
How about? I know the 6 gaming L-shaped table.
there you go. And before we move on, my dog wants to say hello. Hey,
And apparently my video wants to stop. There we go.
hi. Yeah.
Harf.
She wants to go outside, but now is not the time because we are here to discuss something very interesting. And I want answers from you guys in the chat, as well as my awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts, but specifically you guys in the chat. I was going to call you assholes, but you guys are too cool for that. You guys are way too cool for that. So this week's question, brought to you by Mr. Pentherian, is, drumroll please, what is your favorite non-violent video game?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Yeah. Ron, those games do exist.
There are non-violent video games?
Yeah, those games do exist. I know.
I will
Whoa.
say, I don't think I own even a single non-violent video game.
I own quite a few. Like,
Not even a single one that I can think of involves no in any form whatsoever.
so Colgano in chat
Does
says
Cluster Truck
Eve Online. So
Game
you're
is
out.
play- Yeah.
Yeah.
Colgano. You can use you can use that word on him.
Yeah.
does-
You
Does
can
Cluster
call him
Truck-
that word, Joe.
No.
Veg isn't even here. He's saying Veg, you're doing it wrong. Veg isn't here.
Yeah, he's not, sadly. But anyway, yeah, you're out. So, all right, your favorite non-violent video game. This one is super easy for me. Super easy, but well, fuck it. It's simple. All my adventure games. It's too hard to name. So really, it comes down to two: Monkey Island 2 and Myst. Hands down, my all-time favorite games. Non-violent.
That's fair.
Those were they're absolute classics and great games. So,
Not too.
what about you guys? Who else is up? Ooh, Coles says Ape Escape. Actually, I would not consider that a violent game.
Actually, it's half violent. I don't know.
Does Cluster Truck count as a non-violent game? Because I think that's the only one I
No,
own.
That
isn't
looks
violent.
pretty.
No,
that
that's-
looks extremely violent.
Yeah, that's pretty violent.
Yeah, there's so many explosions. Let me keep looking through my library. I'll
Yeah.
get back to you on this one.
So Colgano in an epic troll says Farmville, which I do not believe you. You will have
I'm
to.
like going down my list of games here, and I've got a couple of candidates, but I'm still trying to decide which of them is the best.
I can't get over Colgano here.
Okay, so
I can't
I'm-
believe Farmville. I refuse.
I may have told a slight falsehood.
Yeah.
I do own
Yeah,
non-violent
oh,
games.
Cole stole my joke. That was going to be my joke, and Cole just stole it. Screw you, dude.
I do own some non-violent games. However, these are the same, very low cost.
Oh my god. Did you
What?
hear that? Did you hear
No,
that?
what
I
did
did not.
Sully say?
Shower with your dad simulator 20.
Oh God, why? Why? Sully,
There's
this
that.
is for you.
There's that. There's also the generic low
I've
cost.
never seen it, so I don't know
We'll
if
call
it's
them
violent.
romance
Yeah.
games. Let's call them
Like,
romance.
how do you know this is a non-violent game, dear?
Are they romance
She's
games
throwing
or
up
are they
my-
bromance games?
I use the word romance games very loosely.
Yeah, and so does your dad apparently.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm saying
Speaking
the only
of loose,
non-violent
Ron
games I
Clay,
own are
Save us.
quote unquote romance games.
I'm not even halfway through my list, and
So
I
Exo
don't know.
says Need for Speed Carbon. Actually, I'd say that's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Good game. That's a good game.
Yeah. Tic Tac Foe, MLB The Show.
yeah, sports games. I don't know. Some sports are violent. Like you can't
I
say
can't play
NHL.
sports games. That's my only thing. Like, I want to relate to MLB, but I'm so bad at sports games that
Mhm.
I can't.
Um,
I-
I'm going to
there's
steal
some-
Exolamb's answer and say Need for Speed Carbon is my favorite non-violent game.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that answer because I can't think of other non-violent games. that
I
like.
am okay.
Okay. Fuck you, Coles.
I am
Because
going.
Pokemon is violent.
Pokemon's very violent. Yes. I am going to go with Antichamber.
Antichamber, really? I
Yeah.
never would have saw that.
It's such a good game. It's a great puzzle game. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of replayability, but yeah, no violence in that whatsoever. It's a really good first-person, non-Euclidean puzzle game.
I was going to say the Talos Principle, but then I remember there's like machine guns in that game that
Oh,
shoot at you.
yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, maybe
That's
not that
pretty
one.
violent. The Witness is also up there.
no, even Portal qualifies as.
Portal's
a violent
violent. You got
game.
turrets.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got turrets and high velocity impacts.
Well, I don't know.
You're
about
laughing. We're serious.
that. Yeah, no, it is a violent game. I hate
Yeah.
to say it.
And giant smashy spike plates.
Right.
Giant. Yes.
Yeah, and those.
Yes. World of Goo was kind of interesting, but
Mirror's Edge.
Witness is also up there for me. I think top two would be Antichamber and Witness. I don't think I could put those in order.
Antichamber was a cool game, though.
Yeah.
So,
Mirror's
Colgado, unfortunately, Mirror's Edge did have guns. Although, half
And,
of the
like,
game,
fist fighting.
the
Rumors
primary
got a good
part
one.
of the game was non-violent. It was a good game. Don't get me wrong.
Unless you
Tetris.
count high
Fucking
velocity
Tetris
impacts as being
bitches.
violent.
I like that.
Tetris is non-violent. I'll give you that. It's
Do you
hard
count
to
high
find
velocity
a
impacts as
non-violent
violence?
game.
My wife has Cake Mania and City Skylines.
There you go. There you go.
Those are some decent ones, you know.
Wait, Cake Mania? She plays Cake Mania?
I know. Don't ask.
I never would have thought. Like, I'm not even criticizing. I just never would have pictured her playing Cake Mania. That's crazy.
Yep.
Of us as a society that we can't think of a single good game that has
No.
violence.
No,
No.
no, Exolam got it, man. Exolam nailed it.
Yeah, Solitaire and Minesweeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Minesweeper's violent.
Oh, yeah, they
Has
explode.
explosions.
Well, you started out good.
Yeah, exactly. Super Hexagon. Okay, there you go. Super Hexagon.
No, because
That's it's not a violent game though. Just because
but
it makes you violent,
exactly, it qualifies
doesn't
like
mean
Cole
causes
said.
violence.
Tetris is totally violent. Mini fist slamming onto desks.
Doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Are the fists slamming on desks in the game?
You haven't seen my mini broken keyboards, thanks
But are
to
they
some
part of
games
the actual game
Or
itself?
controllers.
or controllers. God, I have a graveyard of controllers.
I don't think I've ever broken a controller.
Superman
Wow.
64, greatest game ever made. Thank you.
There's no time
Ruru.
to waste.
God.
Also,
Oh God, why?
Pinball
Why?
FX 2.
Why?
There you go.
All right, so
Yeah, that's
let's
to play.
let's conclude this troll fest, shall we? Superman, who the fuck brings that up? Anyway,
Wait.
all right, you guys,
Oh my god.
let's go ahead and wrap things up because my dog is.
Hold on. Video pinball. Done. Sorry,
I don't know.
2600.
High velocity impact counts as violence to me.
That's like saying that E.T. was the best non-violent video game ever.
ET wasn't a non-violent video game.
But the best? I mean,
No, it wasn't a non-violent video game.
how do you figure?
God of War 3, best non-violent video game.
Boy,
I said 3 and
3, not 4, Ron.
sorry. Oh boy.
3, the one in which, spoiler alerts, I suppose, you
Yeah,
stab your father through the chest.
Bejeweled's out.
No, that's out. There's lightning and explosions.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, the dog is bugging me. She's got to go outside. So let's go ahead and wrap things up, you guys. Thank you so very much for joining us this week. I really, really appreciate it. Yes, all of you guys in our awesome and illustrious chat here. Thank you very, very much. Of course, thank you to my awesome and illustrious co-hosts once again for joining us. This has been episode 162 of the
161.
Is it 161?
161.
Ron, are you moving shit again?
I am moving shit again.
Quit fucking
He moved
with my
shit.
notes.
I love fucking with your notes. It makes you so angry.
I got so
It
confused.
really does. It throws me off. Then I got to look like a dick in front of everybody. So,
Thank
all right,
you.
you guys. Thank you very, very much. I would be remiss if I didn't let my awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts say goodnight. So, Mr. Attention Grabber, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. I'd tell you to follow me on Twitch, but I haven't streamed in a month. So here's Freddy singing or something. I don't know. That's Russian for goodbye.
We'll go with this.
Trust
Some
me,
more,
got
bitch.
nothing. Ron Clay, say goodnight.
You can't say follow me on Twitch if you don't stream some more. Anyway, my final entry into this topic is a VVV.
Lord. Well done, Ron.
But only if you don't fall into the spikes.
I think you
Right.
missed a
As
couple of
long as you
Vs,
don't
though.
fall into the spikes. No, there's only 6.
But-
as long as you don't
but
fall
there
into the spikes, you're fine.
I mean, spikes are
Not
violent even if they're not being
No, they're not.
in somebody.
Spikes might
Anyway,
be used for something other than killing people. Come on.
anyway.
Dude,
I am-
dude, spikes don't kill people. People kill people.
Name one
No.
use for a spike that isn't violent.
Anyway. Thank you guys very much for joining us. I am, of course, your host, as always, Shosan. Thank you. Please join us next week right here. Same bat time, same bat channel. Mr. Runkley, would you please, sir, take it away?
See you, bye.
Follow on Twitch.
Why?